Good evening and welcome to tonight's Common Council meeting for Tuesday, October 28th, 2025. Clerk will call the roll, please.
Sandy.
Here.
Hockey.
Here.
Matsdorf.
Here.
Penkwitz.
Here.
Tauschek.
Here.
Herman. Binder.
Here.
Gilson.
Here.
Let the record show we have enough for a quorum. Next is the pledge. Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item on the agenda is the consent agenda. The chair will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda. Second.
We have a first and a second. Any discussion? Clerk will call the roll, please.
Matsdorf.
Yes.
Binder.
Yes.
Penkwitz.
Yes.
Gilson.
Yes.
Sandy.
Yes.
Tauschek.
Yes.
Hockey.
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Moving on to item 4, this is where we have the audience sign up and be recognized by the chair. This is where you do the talking and we do the listening. We have one person that signed up tonight. We thank him for coming. And Randy Peach, did I say that right?
Yes, that's right.
Randy, you have time to address the council, please.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Randy Peach, and I want to thank you for allowing me to speak again on the proposed electric line. I own and live on the land located on County Trunk NN at Cedar Springs Trout Farm. I spoke to the council 8 months ago, which time I invited you to meet with me on my property to visually see my concern with the proposed route that you approved. May I ask, with a show of hands, how many have done so, as no one has met with me? Nobody. One reason I asked this is because when the first appraiser came out, he said he never would have visualized how nice this property was from seeing it on a map. I've been told the preferred route is to follow the existing natural gas pipeline. However, do any of you realize I have 2 separate gas lines on my property? One to the south across my front lawn, which is ATC's preferred route. That route would take 80 feet of my right-of-way, taking down many trees, some over 100 years old, and it goes directly over my trout ponds. The second gas line is located to the north of my house, approximately 400 feet north of the proposed line. This route would still follow an existing gas line, would be much less damaging, less restrictive to living there. It would not affect my ponds, and I would not have to work under the proposed line, which has many restrictions if it is replaced there. If you could actually see my property, I would hope that you can see this is not an unreasonable request. It seems inevitable that the lines will be placed somewhere, but I again ask you to change the route to make this less damaging to my property. I assume this council knows many of the Neighbors for Neighbors group have gone to great expense, personal expense, to hire an attorney. Obviously, we did not wish to do this unless we were forced to do so. This also will cost ATC and Plymouth Utilities hundreds of thousands of dollars across my land. If you continue with the preferred route, this expense will increase rates for your customers. No one directly from ATC who designed this route asked for our input before making it the preferred route. They just came out and made it. I'm asking again to please change the route. ATC is going to tell you it's too late. It's not too late. Now court dates are going to be taking time. This could go for months, maybe years yet. I'm asking for this change of route, not only for me right now, but for future generations who might like to live there. Thank you, and I will stay until this meeting ends tonight. If you have any questions or want to set up a time to meet me, thank you.
Thank you. We encourage people to come and talk to the council, tell us what's on your mind. You do the talking, we do the listening. Moving on, item 5 is not needed. No items were removed from the council agenda. Tonight we have a proclamation on a special award that was earned by a young man from a local. John, you want to hand that over to me, huh? Pass that over to me, please. We have a proclamation, recognition of Nathaniel Goldman for the Gold Medal of Achievement in Royal Rangers. And this is similar to the Eagle Award in Boy Scouts. So I would ask at this time that the council approve the proclamation as written. Chair will entertain a motion.
I'll move approval of the proclamation.
I'll second.
We have a first and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. I declare a public hearing open for ordinance number 16 and ordinance amending section 13-1-192 paren C of the zoning code, City of Plymouth, Wisconsin, regarding notices of zoning code map amendment applications. Tonight we have Jack Johnston, our Assistant City Administrator, Community Development Director, to give us a brief explanation. Jack.
Sure, thanks, Mayor. This went through Planning Commission in October and did receive unanimous recommendation for approval. The ordinance as presented essentially adds back in the requirement of staff to notice property owners within a certain distance for rezone petitions. Previously, this was in the code and appears to have been removed during a relatively big update to the zoning code in June of 2021. It's a practice that staff has continued since that time, but we'd like to get it back in code. Happy to answer any questions. Obviously, this is a public hearing, so if anyone from the public would like to comment, you'd probably do that first, and I would answer questions from the council.
Thank you. I always ask the staff to comment first. It is open to the public, and the chair will take anyone who wants to be recognized and make a comment on ordinance number 16 as indicated. Seeing none, I declare the public hearing closed. At this point, the chair will entertain a motion to adopt the changes to ordinance number 16 as indicated.
I'll make a motion for approval.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Any discussion? Clerk will call the roll, please.
Hawkey,
Yes.
Sandy,
Yes.
Penkwitz,
Yes.
Matsdorf,
Yes.
Tauschek,
Yes.
Gilson,
Yes.
Binder.
Yes.
Motion carried. I might add just one little comment on that this originally was taken out some years ago as a matter of, I guess, oversight, and
Yeah, that's
we're restoring
correct.
it now.
Correct. Yeah, that's my understanding when doing some staff research on this item.
Yeah.
So.
So that's a good thing. Okay, thank you. Moving on to new business. Item A, presentation and annual update from Generations. Tonight we have with us our Assistant Director or Interim Director. So if you want to, you can either do it there or come up to the podium. Amanda, is that right?
Megan.
Megan.
My name is Megan Whedon, and I'm the interim executive director at Generations. And I am joined tonight by founder and board member Marshall Goldbrook, as well as board member Donna Councilman. So thank you ladies for joining tonight. And Mayor Pullman, council and people, thank you so much for having me here to share an update on Generations. As one of our strongest supporters, it's because of you that we're able to do what we do every single day. This past year has brought a lot of change, I won't lie, but it's also brought a lot of clarity and confidence. Since our leadership transition earlier this year, our staff, our board, our volunteers have pulled together like never before to ensure smooth operations, fiscal responsibility, and continued progress towards our mission. We are stable, we are focused, and we are moving forward with energy and purpose. This is evident in the launch of our 2025 annual campaign that we just brought out last week. From now until the end of the year, we aim to raise $100,000. Our focus is to grow the programs we already have to make them the best that they can be. And first and foremost with that is our Parkinson's disease program. What began about 2 years ago as one class a week has grown to over 10 different class offerings, not only fitness, but fun stuff like ping pong for Parkinson's, and very important support groups for both Parkinson's patients and their caregivers. Our Parkinson's program has gotten statewide recognition as the Wisconsin Parkinson's Association featured our Healthy Living manager, Emily Nelson, in their monthly publication. Throughout all of this program remains completely free for our Parkinson's patients and their caregivers because of past and current annual campaigns. Other programs we're growing include Play with the Parkview Elementary School. This is in partnership with the Plymouth School District, and Play stands for Promoting Lifelong Activity in Youth. This truly shines with our mission as we bring generations together on the playground, not only giving teachers a bit of respite, but giving the kids additional adult role models, as well as enriching the lives of the volunteers that go and play with the kids every week. This too has gotten attention both locally from the Plymouth Review, and program lead Joa Kane was featured on CBS 58 as a local everyday hero. Finally, the other big program that we're investing in is our Gen T, which is short for Generations Tech Help. This too is a free community service where anybody can come in and get practical tips and tricks to work with technology. It's offered to people who need it the most, the people who need those connections. And it helps to ensure that not only do they stay connected, but that they're empowered with knowledge in this ever-changing tech environment. While our campaign will fund these impactful community programs in 2026 and beyond, our staff and board are working tirelessly to ensure continued stability and prosperity as we move forward. Our board is working methodically in the search for a new leader. They are working with advisors that are going to give us a full, non-biased review of the talents that we have, but then also shine a light on the holes in talent that we need to fill. When we are ready to hire an executive director, we will do so with a clear vision of what that role should look like and what qualities we truly need to sustain our momentum moving forward. Our staff is also working hard to ensure that Generations is truly an intergenerational center. Starting in January, we're happy to announce that our Healthy Living department is going to kick off regular fitness classes every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evening. With these extra classes and extended hours, Generations will be available to more generations. Kids, working families, and parents will now have a true opportunity to belong and benefit from everything we have to offer. So in closing, I just want to say on behalf of our staff, our board, our volunteers, and the entire Generations community, thank you for your continued investment in Generations. Because of your support, we're not just surviving change, but we're thriving through it. If anybody has any questions, I'll give it a shot.
Thank you very much. It's appreciated that you come in and fill us in, and the city of Plymouth is a major contributor and supporter of Generations, and we are certainly appreciative of all the work that Generations does in the community, and as you said, leads in many areas. Council Member John, you have a question?
Not a question, I just want to follow up with what Megan has talked about. I'm going to put on my hat that all of these people are wearing right now. They're all board members representing Generations here, and I was appointed the liaison person for our city connection with Generations. And that liaison position really is, for me, I think my main purpose is to keep the communication open between Generations and the city council, so we have an idea of what's going on, and hopefully help promote their mission, and I love this mission, bring generations together to cultivate individual and collective well-being. My wife and I recently joined Generations, and we had the grand tour, and we started on the west end of the building with the youngest generation that's being serviced there, the children, and then we slowly walked all the way through the building to the west side, and as we did that, we saw all the different other generations that are being serviced there. You know, you've got your younger people, you've got your mid-level aged adults, and then you've got folks like the old folks, the seniors. And it's a wonderful facility, and the city talks about different jewels that the city has that makes this a wonderful place to live. It makes it a wonderful place to have people attracted to come here to live. In fact, my wife recently talked to the manager of the Vanguard Apartments when they had their ribbon cutting ceremony. And she went through and explained the kind of things that Generations is all about. And the guy's eyes just went like this, wow! You know, because he was thinking that that's a wonderful thing to promote, to help him get his apartments and his rentals filled. So I think it's an excellent thing. And the last thing I want to say, I want to see that kind of communication continue. And one of the great ways for it to continue, I think, is to make Generations a permanent posting on our newsletter, city newsletter, where you'd have their emblem, you'd have their, you know, you've got something similar to that with, for example, community ed and rec updates, Plymouth School District updates. You've got their emblem, you've got a little statement about the mission or the purpose of that particular unit that's being promoted in there, and then also have a link so you go check out what's going on at Generations, phone number, and then also, I know I talked to Tim about this, he said he likes postings that change every month. So we could change it a little bit by just featuring, teasing people with, for example, we could say, check out our yoga with wine. And I think the wine is W-H-I-N-E because some of the positions I get in with yoga, I kind of whine sometimes. But doing things like that I think is good, and it's good for the council, because I know all of you read your newsletters, right? And you come to Generations, check them out, see what's going on, because if you go to their link, you will get the kind of postings that happen as far as their own newsletter that goes out or information that goes out. So it's a wonderful facility, and we've got to keep that thing going. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other questions of the council? Thank you very much for coming. We appreciate it, and we're very happy to support it, and thank you for coming tonight. Moving on to item B, discussion and possible action on electric facility needs study. Tonight we have Ryan Rayborn, close? Our electrical operation manager to start the discussion off and explain what we're looking at here. Ryan.
Sure. Electrical operation or electrical system study is something we do periodically. The last full one we did of our system was in 2016, and it'll look at the entirety of our system and based on loads and new growth we've had, and give us an in-depth look of where we need to possibly rebuild or reconduct our facilities to strengthen the backbone and support our electrical needs. And that's pretty much the short of it. Is there any questions?
At this point, the request is for funding is in the 26 budget for $30,000.
Correct. It will come out of the utility fund balance, but it's tentatively in the 2026 budget. It costs $30,000. The request tonight is to kind of jumpstart that process.
Would like to get started this
Correct.
time of year. So like I said, the last full system study we had was in 2016. We had a partial one done in 21 for sub 5. A majority of that work being completed already. And with the fact of a lot of our materials and equipment can take more than a year to get, we would like to have a study done and in place so we can keep planning for future and get the appropriate equipment and materials needed.
Okay. Good. I'll let you hang loose for questions.
Yeah.
At this point, the chair will entertain a motion so we can discuss.
I'll move to approve the study with Forrester Electrical Engineering.
I'll second that motion.
In the amount of $30,000.
That's the one.
Okay. We have a first and a second. Any discussion? Questions of Brian that we have from here?
Oh.
It's a little pre-planning sounds like a good idea. Councilmember Bender?
How many substations do we have now, including the new one that's on the?
That's one, so 5.
That's 5.
So with that, that's 5 substations, 2 of them have 2 trans, so that's 5 substations, 7 transformers.
I suppose part of the study, we'll take a look at that and see what my needs for the future might be, huh?
Right.
Any other questions or comments? Clerk will call the roll on the motion to approve a $30,000 item for the electric facility needs study.
Gilson,
Yes.
Sandy,
Yes.
Tauschak,
Yes.
Hawkey,
Yes.
Matsdorf,
Yes.
Binder,
Yes.
Penkwitz.
Yes.
Motion carried, thank you. Thank you all for coming. A reminder that our city budget will be on the November 11th public hearing for consideration. You're all welcome to attend. And with that, Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.